Good morning, good afternoon, and welcome to ZEAL's earnings presentation. Let me give you a summary of the first 6 months of the year. We reached an important milestone with LOTTO24's extension of the lottery brokerage permit in Germany. It's valid for 7 years until 2029. Thanks to the stability of our business model and the unbroken popularity of online lotteries, we achieved further growth in the first half and continued to raise our profitability. We grow our billings by 8% and EBITDA by more than 50%. The protection of players and prevention of gambling addictions are top priorities. We therefore entered into a cooperation with the Danish company Mindway and with a Hamburg-based startup Nect to make gambling even safer in the future. As part of the cooperation, artificial intelligence will be used to identify potential addictive gambling behavior. Let's now move to the income statement. We grow revenues by 11%, which were driven by the higher billings that in turn got a boost from a better jackpot environment. We also had more sales of high-margin products. At the same time, we continued to be very careful with our spendings. Personnel cost is flat despite slightly higher amounts on headcounts. If you compare quarter over quarter, we took higher incentive charges in the second quarter. Marketing expenses, our big discretionary spending, are also in line with previous year. Direct operating expenses are positively impacted by lower credit losses and efficiency in the entire payment process. Indirect operating expenses are up 60%, which is mostly related that we had positive one-off effects in the comparable period last year and slightly higher insurance costs this year related to our charity product, so they are not fully comparable. Combined, this has led to an EBITDA that is more than 50% higher than last year and is now at 16.4 million. This equals to a 33% EBITDA margin. And finally, EBIT is up by almost 100% and net profit after tax is now at 9.4 million, 66% up from last year. I will now present some relevant KPIs for our business. Our billings grow to 358 million, or by 8%, with even stronger growth in revenues, as I just mentioned. Interesting is that if we only look at the two main products, 6 out of 49 and EuroJackpot, we grow them by 11%, while the state lotteries, offline and online combined, only grow them by 2%. The jackpot in the first 6 months were average, but we have continued to develop the business strongly. This should also be seen in the light of changes in the geopolitical and economic environment, which negatively impact customer confidence, not only for us, but the entire retail sector. This growth shows the resilience of the lottery offering despite these uncertain times we're all facing. Gross margin has also improved thanks to comparable more sales of high-margin products like the lottery clubs, and is now at 12.8%, 4% up from last year. Let's now talk about net cash. Excluding the dividend payment of 47 million, net cash is up 41% thanks to the strong operating performance. With the current net cash of 35 million, we have implemented a step towards optimizing the capital structure. With almost the same amount of spending, we acquired the same amount of new registered customers, 292,000. This is a good number, but not great. And with improved peak jackpots, we should be able to increase this number further. The cost per lead is showing a nearly €5 increase, but you should not worry. The increase is to a large extent attributable to a Freiheit Plus campaign that we expensed, but will support acquisition in the coming months. Still, we do see increased pricing, especially in social media and search, but our business model is quite tolerant to changes in the CPL since our customer loyalty is remarkably high, allowing us to absorb this quite easily over time. The MAU have improved, meaning monthly active users, and continues to be about 1 million for the year. The drive is the better jackpot situation, especially the peak jackpot we had in LOTTO in January and April this year. Average billings per user are still very high and slightly higher than last year. We're now about 58 euros in average spend per customer. And I do want to point out that this is the average, so a lot of customers also spend significantly more. Despite the turbulent and uncertain environment we're all facing, we're quite optimistic about the future and expect double-digit growth. The resilience in the industry is impressive, especially when the jackpot is high. We confirm once again the guidance for this year, which is billings of at least 750 million, revenues of at least 105 million, and EBITDA of at least 30 million. So now let me finish off by summarizing the main achievements. Profitability rose strongly, with an EBITDA up by more than 50% and EBIT with almost 100% up. We returned 47 million euros to our shareholders in form of a dividend payment. We have extended our broker license for another 7 years, laying the foundation for many profitable years to come. Despite the turbulent times we're all facing, the resilience in the lottery industry is remarkably high, and we stay positive in our goal to continue growing the business and gain market shares. Thank you very much for listening.